Hey everybody, this is rough. This is rough. So literally as I'm uploading my video for yesterday, this was about 1:45 last night, I'm uploading my video for day 8. And at the same time I was studying for an exam that I was really not looking forward to, really concerned about. I think I have like a D+ in this class, and I'm typically an A/B student, so that's kind of an issue, as I'm sure you guys can agree. And this isn't excuses, this is giving you guys some context. But as I'm uploading the video, I don't even know why I did this, but I go to Google and I type in help exams. That's it. I just typed in help exams. And my brain, I swear, it shut off. When you do things on the internet and you're not sure why you're doing that, like you're just scrolling through social media and you catch yourself and you're like, what am I doing? It was one of those moments, and I clicked on images. And if you type in help exams on Google Images, when Safe Search is on and locked, it's just exams. It's just people, frustrated exams, pictures of people with lots of books who are stressed and concerned, whatever. And just like I was saying with social media, and you're scrolling and you don't know why, I started scrolling and I didn't know why, and I was like, what am I doing? And I caught myself like twice, but my brain just shut off again. And of course, you get one picture with a girl in a teacher costume, the stupidest thing on the planet, and then your brain gets this fun idea, oh, let's make this a game. How many clicks will it take to get to something terrible? And then the other half of my brain's like, oh, and yeah, just Safe Search is on, so you'll be totally fine. What's the harm? Everything is the harm in doing this. You're training your brain again to seek that sort of thing out. Yeah, what a fun game. And so I could have been uploading my video. I could have been studying for my exam. And about 20-25 minutes later, even with Safe Search on, guys, I felt like a line was crossed, if that makes sense. I felt like I had crossed a line that should count as a relapse based on what images, GIFs, whatever I came across, even with Safe Search on, guys. And then, once I crossed that line, my brain's immediately telling me, alright, well, you might as well screw up. Alright, there's no point in actually stopping now. Okay, we might as well get as much out of this as we can. Okay, this is going to leave our mind until we deal with it. All these excuses, all these lies that my brain was trying to tell me. And unfortunately, it was successful. Again, about 2 times during that period, I caught myself and I was like, Caleb, we need to stop. Even if we cross a line, even if we count this as a relapse, we can't go down this rabbit hole. We can't do this. And then, boom, the excuses came right back. And guys, willpower is not strong enough. There's no chance that your willpower is going to be strong enough after you've spent 20 minutes just edging, as it's called, to images, to GIFs, to whatever. Even if it's not videos, even if it's not explicit, it's softcore images, your willpower will be down the drain after about 10 minutes. So, not to say that you can't stop yourself later, but odds of doing it as time goes on just exponentially decreases. And again, these aren't excuses, but to finish the story, This isn't Disney. There's no happy endings here. I'm currently headed to my exam right now, but I did not get to bed till 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I didn't get to bed till 4 a.m. and I had a splitting headache. I was shivering. I was in tears and every part of my body hurt. So this is a reminder to all you folks out there that it's not worth it. That when my brain was telling me, oh, you might as well at this point, I was saying, you might as well hurt yourself. You might as well ruin all odds of doing well on the exam tomorrow. You might as well screw up your sleep schedule even worse. You might as well give yourself a splitting headache, a migraine. You might as well have terrible sleep because you're tossing and turning and every part of you hurts. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, why not? No reason why not to, right? I mean, it's too late at this point. We might as well. Never. It's never, ever, ever worth it. And at about 3:30, when my brain finally clicked back on, and I realized what an absolute... There's lots of derogatory terms I could throw in there, but human I was. A flawed, broken human. I wanted to upload my video, but that would have been lying. But I definitely learned a few things here, and that means that we're adding to our standards, because once you guys figure out more triggers, you add them to your list of standards, as in, alright, well, that's a trigger, we gotta get rid of that. And so we learned 3 things, and 2 of them we're adding to our standards. The 2 that we're adding are, 1, don't ever use Google Images unless required for school purposes and you are around other people. I know, specific, but we gotta get specific here. We gotta know exactly what the root of the problem is. And if there's multiple, you gotta pull all the weeds out. You can't just pull one. And then second is never lay down unless you are going to sleep or you are going straight into a nap. Because when I was making my accountability call, actually, I was just laying down in my bed, and I called my sponsor through my anonymous group. I told them things were going well. I told them plans for the future. I told them I was a little stressed about this exam, this, that, the other thing. And then the second the call ended, kind of that feeling when you wake up in the morning and you feel like semi-paralyzed in a way, and you just don't want to get out of bed. That's the last thing you want to do after a sort of long day, even if it's whatever 9:30 p.m. You need to do quite a bit more studying. If you're laying in bed, all these thoughts start going through your mind in the same way, with stuff like, we could just lay here a while, we can just check our phone, we can just try and do as many mindless things as possible, just trying to delay that studying as far as I could, because I really wasn't looking forward to it again. And sooner or later, those thoughts of just mindless things go to your mindless thing that's an addiction. And I totally stopped myself there. I was like, whoa, Caleb, do you understand what's happening? Like, you were just laying here 1 second, and the next second you're contemplating the X, Y, and Z, and all 3 of them would be absolutely terrible, and it would mean you would relapse if you were to continue down this road. So I got out of bed, I turned some music on, we were good, we started studying, but that got the ball rolling. That implanted the first idea here. So I understood that, I'm realizing that, and therefore I need to add that to my list of standards. Yeah, feeling pretty good about adding those 2, because the Google Images has been a trigger maybe 3 or 4 times in the past year. So I'm glad that I'm realizing that now and adding that. And then totally the laying down piece goes hand in hand with just not getting out of bed immediately in the morning. And then finally, the third thing that I learned is that it is never, ever, ever worth it. Period. And obviously, I knew that already, but trying to cement that idea that even if you cross the line, so to speak, you're going to be 1,000 times better off than if you continue down that path, even after crossing the line. So, even if you started watching something, even if it's explicit, even if it's totally relapse, if you turn that off 2 minutes in rather than 2.5 hours in, you will save yourself from a world of hurt, and you'll actually bounce back stronger than totally draining yourself and then hardly getting any sleep, waking up a little before lunchtime, and then having so much mental fog that you practically get zero studying in, and odds of me actually passing this exam now are slim to none. So that's where we're at. And yeah, that's a kind of a bleak reminder for you guys. I'm sorry that this is not sunshine and rainbows today. But yeah, had to be honest. Had to tell you guys the truth. That's integrity, and otherwise I'm lying to myself, I'm lying to you, and then what the heck am I doing? So, with that, today is day 1. Mental Freedom Day 1. And yeah, we're going to get right back on the horse here. I hate repeating myself. I hate resetting goals. I hate starting over. But, yeah. You're either winning or you're learning. And this time we were learning. And that's just the fact of the matter. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. This isn't to discourage anybody. This is just another bleak reminder of what the other choice is. It's this or joy, and I chose wrong. So, talk to you guys tomorrow. Stay strong out there. Peace.